Can you hear that fly buzzing? Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. Here with this week's pipe, as I'm calling it, for the next couple of weeks, until I get back to work full time and it becomes this week's pipes again. But before I get to that one, just because of a couple of commissions that people have talked about recently, I decided that maybe I'd talk a little bit about commissioning smooth pipes. It's just the case that, well, okay, there's what I call real smooth pipes, and there's what I call faux smooth pipes. A real smooth pipe is where the briar is relatively clean. Almost no briar is absolutely pristine, and generally it's not even really the point. It's just as long as there's no serious impairment to the surface. And as long as the pipe has been shaped to the grain and that the grain is attractive. That's a real smooth pipe. Then there's a faux smooth pipe, which is a pipe that you've finished smooth, devil may care, you know. It may have no real grain to speak of. It may have imperfections in the finish due to inclusions, but you've just finished it smooth anyway. Now, I'm generally not a fan of the faux smooth pipe. I'd rather sandblast. I think it's a much more interesting finish to me. But certain people, and I don't blame them, love a smooth pipe. So, what can we do? I've decided to start a new list. So I have my standard commissions list, which is pipes that I book in at the next available slot. But now, if you want a smooth, I will start a separate list. Well, I've already started a separate list. There's 2 guys on it at the moment. And that is, it kind of works a little bit differently. Because you can't guarantee a smooth, it's just a case of when a smooth comes up, then whoever is first on the list gets first refusal of that pipe. And so the most common requests of a smooth are the strawberries, the acorns, reading pipes, that kind of thing. If that is what you're looking for, if you're looking for a smooth acorn, strawberry, reading pipe, and the like, then rather than booking you in for a date and rather than taking any deposit, which is what I would normally do, you just go on my list. And when I next make a smooth, you'll get the call if you're next on the list. It just seems that that's the best of both worlds. Because what can happen is, in the past, someone says they want a smooth, and what you do is you try your damnedest to make a smooth, and you cut into the first piece of briar, and that won't make a smooth. You cut into the next piece of briar, that won't make a smooth. It's like, briar is a natural material with no guarantees. Where do you go? How do you approach this? And so this is my current solution. The upside, the pros are that you will get, if you're on the smooth list, you will get a true smooth when I find a piece of briar that makes one. The downside is that no one knows when that will be. It could be a month or 2, it could be a year, who knows? The gods of briar will dictate. So there we go. That's the announcement of my new list for smooth pipes. Next little bit of announcement. The Four Horsemen have decided on their next set, and the theme is going to be the Devil Ants. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but our first set, our inaugural set, was just pipes that we wanted to make. So we just made the pipes that we wanted to make at the time. In a way, that was quite cool because each pipe maker made kind of their best signature pipe almost. Then we decided for our first real set, our first numbered set, if you like, the theme was billiards. For the second set, the theme was colour. So we did our own shapes, but the theme was black and gold. For our third set, it's a shape again, and it's the Devil Ants. Now, I don't have an exact date when that's coming out. We normally work with a sort of 3 to 4 month working time. But I just thought I would put the word out that that's what it's going to be. So if any of you out there are Devil Ants freakazoids, you've got the heads up. All right. Finally, let's look at this week's pipe. Now, if you're watching Listen with Eldritch, you're watching me cut this stem. Here it is finished. Oh, the other unusual bit about this episode, normally I film these things in the evening, but this pipe has to go today. So I'm recording it in the day, and then I've got to box it up, and it's going to go to David Thompson. David Thompson. All right. And as you can see, it's a Viking horn. Sandblast finish, a contrast blast in black and moss green, which is kind of perfect because it's a moss Cumberland stem. Nice cut of ring grain going across there. One of the things that's nice about the Viking horns, the plateau is oriented underneath. There's no plateau on it. I'm just talking about the orientation of the block, and so the ring grain kind of swoops with the shape, which is a nice touch, I think. Then you can see the straight grain on the contrast blast. Touch with the ring grain again on this side, straight grain. And a kind of moon surface pock-marked rim where all the bird's eye is. And then the moss green stem. One of the things that I like about my green contrast is that I use a green that is not commonly, as far as I know, I'm the only one that uses it. So it's a kind of like a unique shade, this moss green. You won't see it anywhere else, I don't think. I don't know of any other pipe makers using the colouring, how do I say this? The colouring liquid that I use for my greens. It took me some time to discover a green that I really liked, and I use it when I do a green pipe. Apart from deep ones, which is a standard aqua green, my green snails and my green horns use this particular colour. There you go. What I try to do on these as well is I like to contrast blast the sides, but not too much down here, so it kind of like fades into black, sort of at the apex of the stem, and fades down to black underneath as well. I just like that effect. All right, that's a Viking horn. Okay, that's it for this episode. I'll be back with the next Listen with Eldritch, episode 19. We're crushing in on the halfway mark. So see you then if you're following with that. If not, it'll be the next this week's pipe. All right, till then, take it very easy, your loyal pipe maker.